Over 12 million people in the UK suffer from a disability, and society has grown to accept people with one, yet there are still stereotypes and problems which they face. Once host to the Paralympics, we dive in and speak to some people in East London and discover what stereotypes they face, how they overcome it, and how others manage to help.
One of the biggest challenges I have because of my disability includes travelling. So whilst normal people are getting a bus to college, I force myself to wheel down the A13 because I don't want to get on a bus. Because sometimes the ramp doesn't work, and so I feel like at 8 o'clock in the morning I'm disrupting everybody's route. And if the ramp also doesn't work once I get on the bus, I feel like everybody's staring at me and blaming me for it breaking. And then I also don't want to have to face people in the disabled bay and having to argue with them for a space that is rightfully mine because it's the priority bay. But some people just have too much ignorance to let me on, and I just can't face having that argument.
There's lots of aspects to life when you have someone disabled in your family. For example, the medication, the day-to-day life, how they're going to eat, how they're going to sleep. So my nan's disabled, of elderly age. First of all, in the morning when she wakes up, she wants to have her breakfast. So she sleeps upstairs. The kitchen is downstairs, obviously. So we've got to help her down the stairs. By doing this, we got to hold her and take her downstairs because we don't have the seat thing. When she's eating, you need to make sure that she has the right food. She has to have enough food that she can take her medication. And that's another thing with the medication, you got to give her the right amount, the right dosage. You got to make sure she has it at the right time.
The biggest struggle I think the students face with visual impairment is one of inclusion, and in particular social inclusion. A lot of the college is not very friendly towards, or a lot of the world around us is not very friendly towards students with a visual impairment. The environment can be inaccessible, it can be difficult, there can be unexpected hazards, there could be signage that isn't available, that they cannot see, or it isn't large enough print, or it isn't in braille. They can struggle with friendships because they don't see where their friends are, they have to wait for people to come to them. They struggle with inclusion in the classroom because not everything is made accessible to them. Sometimes a lesson is changed at the last minute. One of the most popular things I've done in this college is to introduce the use of iPads for visually impaired students. Before, the equipment they had was quite cumbersome and difficult to use, but with the iPad it's something that everybody has and can be used in a variety of ways to make their work accessible to them. For example, assignments can be emailed to them, their textbooks can be put on it so they can have it in whatever size print they like. The devices can be made to read out text so that they are very versatile, but it's also a mainstream device that anybody can have, and they are very happy to use.
So to overcome this, every now and then I just have to buck up and get on with it. I just have to tell myself, you know, it's raining, I can't push 20 minutes in the rain because I'm going to get soaked. Or sometimes I have like my mum or somebody go out with me, so the challenge in getting on the bus decreases because they can do it for me, because I'm just too scared to have an argument. And for things like getting into shops, because some of the places where I live, they don't have ramps, so I struggle getting in a shop. I just have to find the closest one, but also the one with the ramp. It's just common sense really, just asking for help when it's needed.
With the stereotypes that disabled people face is probably the thing that they can't do everything themselves, that they're dependent on others. I don't think it's completely correct, because there's a lot of stuff that when we're not looking, they can do stuff themselves. Like for example, my nan, like I said, she's elderly, she's not completely disabled, but she's unable to do certain things. Eating, she can do her by herself. She can drink by herself. She can get up in the mornings by herself. She can even change her clothes herself. It might take a little bit of time, but she can do it herself. No one needs to help her with that as of yet.
One of the stereotypes I face would be that the media portrays us as very weak, unable to do things, unindependent. And then there's me, and people meet me and they're a bit shocked because they don't think that I can do as much as I can do. You know, I go to sports and I wheelchair race and oh wow, you can do that. Because the media portrays us as so weak and dependent on people. I mean, yes, I am dependent on people, but not to the limits they put in the media. So I think people do get a bit surprised because of the amount of freedom I do have and how confident I can be. And I think when people meet me, first of all, they don't actually see me, they just see the chair and they're thinking, oh God, did we mention it? And you know, I tell people, you know, if you want to ask questions, that's fine. Just at least get to know me by name first, or at least ask before you ask the questions, or speak to me, not my mum.